Welcome to the video, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be sharing with you one of my top tips for increasing sales on Amazon UK. Now, there's lots of things we can do to increase sales, but this is probably number one on the list of things that you can do that's within reach, easy to do. You can have a quick turnaround of 48 hours and get this done and skyrocket your sales. So this is something that I see time and time again, usually with listings that aren't doing as well. And when we make this change, you tend to see an increase in sales almost straight away. So I'm going to be sharing with you what this is and exactly how to implement it on your product listing for Amazon FBA UK. Please like and subscribe. I hope you find the video useful and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to the video, everyone. So we're going to hop straight into this tutorial. It's going to be something that you can use. You can take action on this straight away after watching this video. So make some notes. You can leave after this video and you can go and implement some of the changes that I'm going to suggest that you make. And I'm going to show you why I'm suggesting these different things. So this seems to be an issue that I'm encountering on a daily basis with students and just people who send me their listings and say, can you take a look, Dale? Any improvements to be made? Now, I'm in a fortunate enough position to be able to be exposed to lots of different listings, good and bad, for me to be able to critique and give feedback to students on areas that need improvement. And this seems to be a reoccurring theme, right? This seems to be an area that people don't seem to recognize the importance of, because this, in my opinion, is one of three, which we're going to look at in different videos, one of three of the most important aspects of a listing. Now, granted, you've got to do lots of work to get a listing to page 2, page 3, page 1 even. Lots of different things that go into that, a real solid strategy to be able to do that. But this aspect of a listing, very simple aspect of a listing, needs to be addressed. So we're going to be talking about product images, right? The importance of product images and the detrimental effect it can have on a listing if you've got poor images, okay? So I want to give you an example first of all. I had a product about a year and a half ago that I launched, and I made some changes to that product with the manufacturer. So they adjusted something on the product itself that made a change to it, and as a result, I needed new product images, done or made. Now, up until that point, the product had been doing 5, 6, 7 sales a day at about £25. So, it was doing about £140 a day, roughly, give or take. Now, once the manufacturer had made the visual change, I needed new images to reflect the change. And unfortunately, I had to take stock images at that point from the manufacturer, which were substandard, right? I would probably rate them 5 out of 10, but I had to use them at that point. Now, as soon as I changed the images to a poorer quality with a more improved product, sales dropped from 5 or 6 a day right down to 1/none. I knew straight away that what the issue was. I'd show the listing to other people and they'd say, Dale, it's fine. I think the images look great. But me, I'm always looking to improve, right? So I looked at them and I just don't see it. I really do like to criticize my own listings and others to make improvements, and I didn't feel that the images were good enough. I believe they could have been improved upon, right? I strive to be the best, because if you are the best, you're going to have the best results. So I then went off myself. I spoke to my manufacturer, managed to outsource photos of the product, and got HD images, and again, lots of different things that I did with the images, which I'll run through now. And as soon as I made that change, the sales literally went from 0 to about 8 to 10 a day overnight, right? So the power of that, right? Imagine this, 5 or 6 sales a day, change the images down to 0 to 1 sales a day, change them back to even better images, straight to 8 to 10 a day. It's that simple, right? Images are the be-all, end-all of a listing, right? Imagine, you're buying something online. What do you look at? The images, is it of a good quality? Does the product look good? That's your opportunity to showcase your product. And people who aren't capitalizing on that opportunity and providing the best images possible are making a big mistake, and they're losing out on sales. They're losing out on exponential growth with their listing. Obviously, as a result of low sales, you have low product reviews. So bear it in mind, right? It's super important. Let me give you an example of this. So if we look at these two listings here, right, we've got listing number 1, which is an iPhone cable, right? iPhone charger by a product brand name and a company based in China, and the brand name is called Anker, right? You've probably heard of this company. They're very big in the electronic space on Amazon. Now, this is what I would deem as a very, very good product listing, right? If we have a look here, put the brightness up on my screen. So if we have a look here, the image is, actually, before we do this, I'm going to show you the bad one, right? I'm going to mix up this video. I want to show you the other image, and you're going to be quite surprised that I'm actually showing you an Amazon Basics product, right? So this is a product that Amazon are selling on their own platform. And I was quite surprised to find that the deficiencies in their listing, especially the images, how they use substandard images, and as a result, they've got substandard sales. So if we have a look at the main image, okay, it looks, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it looks to be taken maybe with an iPhone. The quality is quite poor. The white looks quite creamy. It doesn't look good, right? Imagine you're gonna go and buy an Apple, lightning cable from, the Apple store online. Would you expect to see an image like this? Definitely not. And if you did, would you buy it? Absolutely not. You just wouldn't buy it. It would deter 80–90% of customers straight away from your listing. Bounce rate, on they come, and then off they go. No conversion. And if we, whiz through, the same goes for this. I really don't like that image. I think it's poor. Again, looks a bit dirty, looks creamy when it's obviously supposed to be white. It's not high definition, and the background also isn't white. Again, we'll go photo number 2. I could take this photo with my iPhone. And number 3, you get the picture, right? The product listing images are poor. Now, if we look at Jungle Scout here, this listing is doing less than £240 a month. Amazon is selling it less than $240 a month. Now let's hop over and have a look at a private label listing. So like what I do, we import products, we brand them with our own brand name, which we come up with based on lots of different factors. We can trademark it. We launch our product on Amazon, and this is an example of a third-party private label seller like me and like many of you. So if we go into this listing, now straight away, right, you can see this as well as I can. The first main issue to address with your images is your main image, right, your stock core main image of a standard that you would expect on Apple. That's one way that I look at my images. I think to myself, would Apple release this photo on their website? If they wouldn't, I'm not happy with it, because ultimately it's a photo. We can, in the modern day, especially with all the freelancers online, we can get unbelievable photos done quite cheaply. So if you're not doing it, you're just missing out. So if we have a look at this, absolutely fantastic quality. It's clearly been enhanced. It's zoomable. You can see the product is very crisp. When you look at the silver, it's very silver. The background is super white, which is what we want to see. This is the main thing. Now, what you'll find from a main image, which, I had a phone call with a friend of mine, and I was looking at his listing and pointing him in the right direction, and the images were one of the main things to improve. And one of the benefits that you will find is once you get your main image created, you can recycle that image. So you can reuse that main image in image 2, image 3, image 4, image 5, image 6, which saves you money. So you can get one solid image done, and then from that, you can send it to a freelancer, and we'll look at how to do that in a moment, and they will use that image in other contexts and with other different pieces of information in the other images. So if we look at this image 2, straight away, I'm buying this product, and I'm thinking to myself, imagine, there's nothing in between these two ears, right? I don't know what's going on. I'm clueless. What can I use this product for? Can I use it in my iPhone? Well, straight away, I flick to image 2, made for iPod, iPhone, iPad. Now, I know it's in the title, but people still like to see it within an image, okay? They like to see that it's compatible with the product that they're buying. Right? I see images as sort of an opportunity to provide as much information as you can, because a lot of people won't bother flicking through the, I won't read this, I'll be honest. It's important for other reasons, for being able to place keywords, etc., for ranking and general Amazon algorithm sort of compatibility. But other than that, I'd rather look at it in a photo. It's easier to digest. So we put it in there. And it's about having as much information without cluttering, in my opinion. So again, that would be another, and again, look at what they're doing. They're solving problems in these photos. Oh, I've had an iPhone cable for the last year, but it's just tangling up all the time. It's a pain in the backside. It's always getting, caught up in itself and with other cables. I want a tangle-proof cable. Oh, hold on a second. We're looking at the listing. Tough double braided nylon prevents knotting. So again, nice and simple and effective marketing in this third image. And again, you notice the subtle double braided. What does that do? It's a subliminal message to tell you it's strong, right? It's a strong cable. It's not going to snap. It's not going to bend easily or break easily. And again, the image is super high quality, right? Zoomable. They've even double zoomed on the main part itself. Again, image 4, they're giving even further amounts of information with this fourth image. Looking at, look at this part here, lasts 4 times longer. So if you had an issue with your Amazon cable breaking after 2 or 3 months, they are reassuring you that isn't going to happen with this product. Whether it does or not, this seller isn't going to be as concerned with that as they are about getting the sale, right? So, and their reviews are quite good. 4 out of 5 star with nearly 8,000 reviews is very good. Every listing will go down to 4.5 stars. You very rarely see a 5-star listing with over 200 reviews. It's always going to have negative reviews. So again, increased durability offers longer lifespan than competitor cables. Okay, heat-resistant connectors, and it shows that it's you can bend it round if you put it in your laptop and then you wanted to use your phone, and it was sort of bending round out the edge of the laptop. Another simple image, and this a context image, right? A photo of the product being used in real life in a MacBook. So again, this allows the buyer or the consumer to look at the image and envisage. And again, it sounds crazy, right? It's just an iPhone cable, but all of these factors make a considerable difference to the conversions on the page. In context, what will it be like to have that cable, on my office table, plugged into my laptop? How will it look? Will it look cool? Will it look clean? Will it look crisp? And this shows you. So this listing, actually, I would rate 10 out of 10 for their images. And if we look at there and remember what the other listing was doing in terms of revenue, under sort of £400, I can't remember the exact figure, 23,874. I had to jump back because Jungle Scout works better when you're on the main page with all of the listings rather than the listing itself. So nearly 24 grand on that listing. Now that is why this product, one of the reasons why it's doing very well, right? It's 4 stars. It's not 5 out of 5. The images are fantastic. And when you compare it to a substandard image like the one with Amazon Basics, which look at the difference when you look at that. Which one would you buy? Instantly, you know which one you buy. So again, what I'm really trying to reinforce here is the difference between a low standard image, an average image, and a top quality image with all the components satisfied, high definition photos, zoomable, contextual photos of them actually being used, features and details, the benefits of the product, all within the images. The difference that will have on sales is phenomenal. So if you are, questioning the quality of your product images, get someone else, get a second opinion, get your friend to look at them, get your mum or dad to look at them and critique them. See how they can be improved. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Dill, how do I get better images created? Well, I use a site called Fiverr. Now, Fiverr is basically a marketplace for freelancers where they advertise their services, very, very talented freelancers in lots of different areas from, video editing to product imagery, photo design, lots of different things. Now, we can look at, for example, Amazon imagery, right? Or even just Amazon image. So Amazon images. Now, if we look here, it will give you a relevant score and it will match you up to freelancers who create product images. So we can see here, prices starting from £8.14, right? This is the best investment that you will make into your listing, and it can be done. They've got a 24-hour turnaround. So you can have a browse through, look at the reviews, look at the quality of the images that people are providing, then look at your images and send them over, right? Make contact with the freelancer. Say, look, I'm looking to improve my my listing images. Look at this one down here, before and after. I'm looking to improve my images. here's the images that I'm currently running. Here's a few examples of competitor listings on the first page which are doing very, very well. I want to meet somewhere in the middle. I don't want to copy them, but I want to model success, model what they're doing within my own image. Now, when you've done that and you pump the PPC in a little bit, drop your price, get that ranking up there, you'll notice conversions are occurring. You've got a much higher conversion rate and your product is selling far, far better. So I hope you found this one useful. Again, much more detail coming up in future videos with regards to the other two elements that I was referring to about being super important. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, lots more videos to come throughout the month and throughout the year. Super pumped about that. I really do like putting out content for all of you, having some super positive feedback about the videos that I'm putting out and the delivery. So yeah, that motivates me even further to get this channel as big as possible. So hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.